as you see, the Democrats once again saved the Republican Party, particularly the Republicans in the House. So, because they are not able to govern on their own, because they are a party of self-centered, outrage machine people who are totally unserious and are childlike in many ways. And since they have been in charge of the House since January of 2023, the Democrats have constantly had to save them because they are unable to govern for themselves. In the past, we have saved them. We have got no credit for it from the American people. That's why it's very important that this is the last time the Democratic Party saves the Republican Party, because starting January 3rd and January 20th, the Republican Party will be in complete control of the federal government. And it's important, since we don't get credit for the things we do, for the Democratic Party to show how the Republican Party governs on their own, without the Democrats holding their hand and putting training wheels on their governance, because they cannot govern on their own. They're a party of children in many ways, a party of unserious people. So, like I said before, this is the last time the Democrats need to save the Republican Party. Show them what the Republican Party is about. Make them unpopular. If we do have to save them, make sure they walk the plank for days and days and days and show the chaos within the Republican Party. And if we do have to come rescue them, making sure that everybody knows that it was the Democratic Party who saved the Republicans, because they cannot govern on their own. Secondly, it's very important this kind of chaos not only be blamed on Elon Musk. It's very important this is blamed on Elon Musk, Trump, and J.D. Vance as well. We have to keep our eye on the ball, play the long game. We cannot leave any stone unturned. We cannot have, in 4 years, when the country's in chaos, as it almost always is at the end of a president, a Republican president in the modern age, it cannot be that Trump can say, or Vance can say, it wasn't us, it was J.D. Vance. It wasn't us, it was Elon Musk. No, we need to make sure all the dirt and mud is covered on both of them, because most likely it's going to be J.D. Vance in 2028. And we need to make sure all the stink, the stench, the mud that is on Trump and Musk is also shared on J.D. Vance, because he's a part of this. He signed up for it, so he is complicit. And all the Republicans are complicit in all this. And it's important that Democrats push that message hard, continuously. What someone said is that anybody who studies politics know that people like these people, egomaniacs, narcissists, the Hitler-esque, not comparing them to Hitler, but the Hitler-esque type people, is that they will not stop on their own. They must be stopped. And we have failed as a country to stop Trump. In 2015, when he could have been stopped by the Republican Party, he could have been stopped after the first impeachment. He could have been stopped after the second impeachment. He could have been stopped in this election if people fought him as hard and as vigorous as they fight us. You fight on social media, you fight on podcasts, you fight on every form of media that you can. You give your message and penetrate your message all across the country through TikToks, through Facebook, through Twitter, through Instagram, through WhatsApp app, everywhere. The problem is we have a failure of imagination. We thought, oh, he'll go away after January 6th. No one will vote for him. We must understand that even though when Trump left office, the country was in shambles in so many ways, the power of the right-wing ecosystem is immense and is able to bring and rehabilitate almost anyone. It's able to rehabilitate abusers, is able to rehabilitate habitual liars. Remember, he gained millions more votes when he ran the second time, despite the disaster of COVID response. And that is the power of the right-wing media echo chamber and propaganda. So you can never give up. You can never let off. You must keep the figurative boot on their necks at all times, because if you don't, they will come back. And you have to constantly campaign. The Democratic Party needs to constantly campaign on its ideas. It needs to campaign in rural areas. Go to these rural towns and say, look at this rinky-dink rural town that's dilapidated, that has super Republican majorities, complete Republican control, and yet their towns are shutting down, their factories are leaving, fentanyl and drug use rampant. And you have to say, this is what the Republican Party does when they have complete control in a lot of these rural areas that are falling apart, tax-based revenue leaving. They are in complete Republican control. We cannot let them escape or just abandon them. Oh, these people won't vote for us ever, so we just let the Republicans have at it. We cannot continue to do that, because that is why we have so many limited options in terms of the Electoral College. We have to go to 3 states. The Rust Belt, the Blue Wall, we have to win them. We have no really secondary options that can give us a long shot victory if we're down in all those other states. We need to play hard, continue to play hard in Georgia, continue to play hard in North Carolina, start to once again play hard in Florida, start to continue to push in Texas, because we can lock any one of those states. It's going to be a big reckoning. Continue to play hard in Arizona, Nevada, and push forward. This is a battle for this country, and we're in a war. Not a hot war, but a figurative war of information, a war of facts versus fiction, a war of reality versus a reality that's been created by echo chamber. And we have lost 2 battles. We lost the battle in 2016. We lost the battle in 2024. But we haven't lost the battle for history, and we haven't lost the battle for the future. If we fight hard, Trump can still be remembered as a disgrace and a terrible president, despite being elected twice. And we must continue to push and fight as hard as we can.